parse it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it. Technology. Technology. Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, not update it, short it, point it, zoom it, press it, left it, mark it, erase it, write it, get it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, book it, track it, drop it, zip, unzip it, lock it, fill it, flow it, find it, view it, code it, shut and lock it, surf it, scroll it, close it, cook it, force it, crack it, switch, update it, name it, read it, tune it, copy, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, touch it, bring it, watch it, turn it, leave it, start, format it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, not upgrade it, touch it, bring it, watch it, turn it, leave it, format it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, not upgrade it, try it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, not upgrade it, short it, point it, zoom it, press it, left it, mark it, erase it, write it, get it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, rewrite it, plug it, play it, burn it, book it, track it, drop it, zip, unzip it, touch it, bring it, watch, turn it, leave it, format it, bring it, watch, turn it, leave it, format it, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, not upgrade it, bring it, watch, technology, buy it, use it, break it, fix it, crash it, change it, not upgrade it, short it, point it, zoom it, press it, left it.
Students, as I said, they need a very strict protocol on how to use it, and that is going to be as effective as the school policy is, and all staff members actually enforcing it and being consistent in what that policy is. In terms of the classroom, it's just fantastic. You do have instant access to information. You've got instant access to resources, and I have, as an English teacher, I found that extremely valuable, because in a discussion someone would raise something and you could immediately get onto a website and get the information, whereas prior to that you'd say, I'll go and look it up and bring it back, and you lose that momentum. It all comes back to that sentence, it's a tool, not a toy. So how can it enhance learning? We shouldn't just accept it. We need to really evaluate how it is going to enhance learning. PLP, Professional Learning Program, run through the State Library, and it was a 12-week, pretty tough course.
Did most teachers do it?
No, we did it, two of us did it, Kerry and I did it in the library, and it was fantastic because we went in knowing very little, and we came out knowing what we didn't know, which sounds a little silly, I suppose, but to start with, we really had no idea of what it could offer, and at the end we had confidence to realise that there would be something out there if we looked for it. And we, as I said, it was a 12-week intensive course, and it was pretty full on, but it was so worthwhile. We learned so much about different applications. And
if I was at a school and they just did not have any sort of ICT or very little sort of thing, I would provide a survey to all classroom teachers to try gain insight on what their barriers were to technology, so whether they were personal, so internal factors, or external factors, and how they currently view their ICT capabilities, just so you can get really good information on where everyone's sitting and get a good foundation line.
And you'll find that that is huge difference between some who know so much and some who know nothing.
And then, even though a lot of schools might have a technology leading teacher, I feel that each domain, so each subject area, needs a technology leading teacher, because the general school technology leading teacher doesn't know, say, how to incorporate it in a maths classroom compared to an arts classroom or an English classroom. So you really need the specific domain teachers. So hopefully from gaining information from the survey, you might be able to pick out a few teachers or teachers who voluntarily want to go on to the PD and take on that role as the ICT leaders. And then once those leaders are formed and they develop their personal skills, they can then go back when you have domain meetings or whatever after school and teach their colleagues. And then hopefully that's the best way to implement the ICT within the school, because you've got these competent vessels that can just feed it out throughout everyone.
Yes, yeah.
So that's what I'd try and do if I
think it does need the practical application. I think whoever is the ICT person in the domain, you actually need to work on a piece of work. You actually need the assignment, and you need to work with staff to say, right, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to incorporate ICT in this component of it, and actually show staff on a very tangible piece of work that they know they're going to do with Year 8,
Yeah.
so that it's not all theory, that they can see
Yeah.
the application.
So pick out certain areas that you can start with that you know you can easily apply the ICT to, and try to you've got to get in all sorts of environments. You always got to have every teacher in the same year level of the same subject doing the same thing.
That's
because
right.
Otherwise it just becomes so unbalanced.
And that's where the learning is too, because staff then, you know, oh, I had an absolute disaster. Oh, it worked for my class, and then you have that dialogue as to why it worked, why it failed. And
do you think having those domain ICT leaders would be better than just having
absolutely.
a general school?
Yeah, because your subject area is very specific, and I remember asking for help how I could incorporate ICT in a particular unit of work, and the person wasn't an English teacher, and it really was very unhelpful because it was not what I wanted. It was not going to get it was in fact using an application for the sake of using the application. It wasn't actually getting the kids to think, which was the whole purpose of the exercise. And that's when I decided not to use ICT at all, because I thought it could be done better traditionally. So you do need that expertise of the curriculum to know where to introduce it effectively.
Definitely. So you can tailor it up and
absolutely.
get it all